Hi there, everybody. This is Steve K, 1027, here with you all with another video. This is going to be a little bit of an introduction video to a new name here on my channel. It is now going to be called Steve K 1027, or if you want to call it 1027, that's fine with you. But the name, the numbers 1027 is actually a local radio station here in my area, and I just thought I'd make some changes around here and just make that my new name here on my channel, because I have like a little quote as well: playing, saying, and showing what I want. Like, playing games I want, saying like some words and stuff like what I want to say, and show like my collections and stuff, like my games, my music collection, my NASCAR stuff, or sports collection stuff, anything like that. And as you know, I am a sports fan stuff, as I am wearing a Orioles shirt, as you can tell. But again, I just figure I do like this video just to give like the proper introduction. Now, a lot of times about these names that I've had and stuff, like back in the day when I first started YouTube, I was known as Earnhardt Lives E, named after the late great Dale Earnhardt, as you see on my poster, which is right there. Yep, right up there. And of course, I got some Raven posters and stuff, and Orioles, many others as well, because I am a sports fan and stuff. And yeah, so this is just pretty much what I just want to say, but you can still call me Klabrowski if you want, or Klabrowski if you want to call it, but the proper pronunciation is Klabrowski, because it's pretty much just a way it is. If you want to call it Klabrowski or anything like that, I don't mind either. Or you just want to call me K, Steve K, you're welcome to do that too. But I thought I'd just rename it as Steve K 1027, playing, saying, and showing what I want, because this is how we do it. Because that's also a phrase that I said, for like Mountain Dew and stuff, and with the letters DEW, do it. I do like Mountain Dew, but I pretty much prefer the diet version as well. The regular one's okay, but this has a little bit too much sugar. But I'll drink it like occasionally, but mostly diet. Yeah. So anyway, now you remember back in the day when I had my old names and stuff like Earnhardt Lives E. Then that one got suspended. Then I went to Stephen Boy 8, that I was known for a while. Then I got in trouble for that. Then it got terminated pretty much. Then it was named. The next one came Steve Man K 1987. Because when I was called Stephen Boy, and then I had to rename it to Steve Man. Because I'm well, you can still be called a boy if you want, but I'm a man. A man, a guy, a dude, whatever you want to call me. I didn't really prefer, when I was known as Stephen Boy 8, I didn't really prefer to be called Stefan either, because one particular person I will mention, who went by the name of Brandon P22589, or Brandon Plumley, always called me Stefan, which I did not like, because sometimes he occasionally still calls me that, which I don't like, because it's just not the way it's pronounced, and I don't really care for it being called that. Stefan is okay, but not Stefan. Or Steve is fine, just because it's easier to pronounce, just Steve. Or if you want to call me Steve, then, S-T-V-E-N, but my real name is spelled S-T-P-H-E-N. Yeah, there you go. But a lot of times on my channel, there's going to be stuff on here that I'll do, like mostly gameplays, like Who Wants to Be a Millionaire for PlayStation or whatever, or the PC, Wheel of Fortune, Jeopardy, Family Feud, or any random gameplay, like a baseball game for PS3, or any others. Like I've been doing the baseball game of MLB The Show franchises. I did do MLB 09 The Show, but I decided just to take that off because it just was a lousy gameplay, and I sounded a little bit down a little bit. I think I was. Something was going on with somebody on YouTube or Facebook, whatever it was, but I'm over that now. But anyway, all my friends that I've made over the years and stuff, and I plan, to hopefully keep this name, for a while, and just leave it as Steve K 1027, or I could change it back to Klabrowski if I want, but I'm just probably going to leave it just like that. Then after, when I was known as Steve Man K 1987, I wound up getting in trouble again, and well, not really. I did a segment called the Wheel of Fortune and Jeopardy Hour, which I did from, I think I did like over 20 episodes of it, and I did pretty well. I got a lot of subscribers. I think I had over 250 at least. But then a thing came up and said that it matched the third right party party right content, and I wound up deleting it and deleting my channel as well, which I shouldn't have done because it wound up being a false claim. You know, it was not real, which I really should not have done, but I did, unfortunately. So I tried to get it back up, and I did, but all my videos were gone because I deleted it. And I had some pretty good videos up, too. I had my introduction video, like Raw reviews and stuff of wrestling, football picks, like who I think will win and stuff, because one of my friends, Pizzle90, Alex Putnam, was doing some of them. And my other friend, the Gamer Man 1997, Brandon DeJesus, or another good friend of mine, was also doing some videos like that. And had him in videos as well. So then after that, when I closed my Steve Man K1987 channel, then I just dropped the name Man and just put in Steve K 1987, which I pretty much was fine with as well. But then a little situation was going on once again with this Windows Live Movie Maker thing I was using, and it wasn't like letting me upload videos of my Steve K channel because I had two names. I had that and a Gmail address, which I originally entitled God of Thunder 3824, something like that, which is a song by Kiss, because I am a big fan of Kiss. Somehow that name was just popping up a lot, and I don't know why, so I just pretty much dropped that name and just left it as my own name, Steve Klebrowski. So after that, I closed down my Steve K channel. I think I had probably 160 subscribers, maybe more than that. I don't know exactly, but as I was saying before, all the friends that I've had over the years, you know, that have been there for me, you know, I've appeared on their channels and done games with them and stuff. Like one of them I first discovered was Breezy Aub Station 87, or aka Aubrey Scott, The Breeze, but now known to us as Aubrey Scott Productions. And he was one of the first people I discovered when I joined YouTube in 2009, when I saw this guy doing some gameplays like Family Feud and a couple others. And I was watching him play, and I'm like, this guy is pretty good. And that's who it wound up being. I've probably told this story before. But yeah, he was one of the people that I did discover. And the next one was Pizzle90, Alex Putnam. Well, Brandon Plumley was as well, or Brandon P22589. He was another one as well. But he doesn't really make videos that much anymore, but he is somebody I do know still. And Alex Putnam, you know, he's been around probably since 2011. That's probably how long I've known him. He did a Q&A video, questions and answer video. I sent him some. I sent him like 17 questions when I was known as Stephen Boy 8, which he gladly answered. And yeah, like I said, I've known him for a while, along with Aubrey as well, but I didn't really know Aubrey that well until 2011, I think, when we started join his videos and stuff, like his gameplays, and then he was known as Aubrey Man 62187, then Aubrey S 1987. He's had a bunch of names as well, but I've been through a lot as well. But like I said about God of Thunder 3824, then I just got rid of that and I just switched to my Steve Klebrowski channel, and then there you go. And now known as Steve K1027, playing, saying, and showing what I want, because this is how we do it. That's pretty much my phrase. And I also have a little segment on here called the Family Feud Wheel of Fortune Jeopardy Hour, because now they do Family Feud first, and then in some areas it's Wheel of Fortune and then Jeopardy, but in my area it's Family Feud, Jeopardy, and Wheel of Fortune. And I called it the Family Feud, Jeopardy, and Wheel of Fortune Hour, and I was thinking about changing it to the Wheel of Fortune, Jeopardy, and Family Feud Hour, but now I just changed it to the Family Feud, Wheel of Fortune, Jeopardy Hour, which I'm currently up to 8 episodes, which I really have to get back to. And another one of my friends that's also that I met probably in 2013, I think, and he's a good friend as well. His name is Matthew Bengal, or 2LegoBot his name was, but now he just calls himself Marty, which is pretty much just a name that he has, and he just calls himself. I still call him Matt to me. I mean, sometimes I'll call him Marty, but I know his real name is Matthew. I don't know why he goes by the name Marty, but I never changed my name or anything like that. I just always called myself just Steve or Steven. But he's another good friend of mine who does some games and stuff and some segments. He's a Maryland native as well of mine, and he's a very good friend. Another one as well is Garrison Newkirk, NG2 Network, or Newkirk G-Man 2, he was known as in the beginning. I met him in 2012 when I was still known as Steve K 1987, I believe. And he, when I met him, it was in December 2012, and I was hanging out with Alex Putnam, Rodney Flippin, another good friend as well, and JVD, Jonathan Van Der Zeel, another good friend I've known for a while, another fellow wrestling fan, and a Pennsylvania native, that is. And I also have some other Maryland natives as well, like Eric Hall, Eric Will Wizard Hall, who has cerebral palsy. He's from Essex, Maryland, great friend as well. And he's always joined me for games I've done, like Wheel of Fortune and stuff. Another one is Lee's Fan 18, Mark Leota, who I've known as well, but we don't really hang out with him that much anymore because he's pretty much left Skype. And he just doesn't join us anymore for our videos because of some problems that have gone on in the past. But that's another story, and that pretty much is over, just letting that go. But Gary, I've known for a while, and he pretty much calls me his brother, because we're like brothers almost. But we've had our ups and downs as well. Same thing with me and Rodney as well, and me and Putnam as well. I mean, every one of us have pretty much had our ups and downs, like Putnam and me, when we had this little thing going on with the Ravens, as he likes football, but he likes the Miami Dolphins, but I think he likes the Ravens. But we had like a little thing going around when this quote that Terrell Suggs has, a player for the Ravens, ball so hard, and he would say ball so light, which I don't know why he did that. I guess he did it to aggravate me, but I wound up blocking him on Facebook a couple of times and from Skype, and he confronted me and said, why do you keep blocking me and all that? And I'm like, I don't like your comments because, I don't know why you have to make fun of the Ravens and stuff, as I don't make fun of your favorite team. I mean, occasionally I will say, like, how they say fins up and stuff, and sometimes I'll say fins down, like, just to be stupid. Sometimes are funny. But anyway, but he also says some bad things about the Ultimate Warrior, who has unfortunately passed away. They said, like, so many things about him, like, he's a mean guy and stuff, but I keep saying to him, stop saying things about the Warrior, just at least show him some respect. But he unfortunately will not do that because he had like a bad confrontation with him or something like that. Like the Warrior said something bad to him, which I don't really believe because I don't really understand the Warrior saying anything bad like that, but that's his opinion. But to him, I think he should let that go and just move on, because that's the past and this is now. So there you go. Now, as I was saying, when I met Gary, well, he was on the call with us in 2012, but he wasn't really saying that much. He was actually crying because he had a bad day at school. And Gary was like only 14 or 15 when I met him. No, this was 3 years ago. He was at least, I think he was 15. Yeah, I was on there, and Rodney was asking him what's wrong, and he was just typing in the chat box because he was very much upset. But yeah, but like I said, we've had our ups and downs before, but we got to let them go and stuff and just move on and just not let the past haunt us. Like, we have like a lot of interests and stuff. We both like music. I do like sports and stuff, but Gary, I think he likes maybe some. I think he likes baseball, like the Yankees, unfortunately. But yeah, and I think he likes NASCAR too. There you go. And we also like a couple of things as well. We both like vinyl records as well. And we just like music a lot. That's pretty much one of them. But Rodney, because I met him on one of his games called 1 versus 100. And he's a very nice guy too. I didn't really know him that well in the beginning, but I just play his game, and it was fun and stuff. Then he wound up doing Card Sharks, which I am familiar with. I'm familiar with 1 versus 100, but or maybe it was Deal or No Deal as well. I know he was doing 1 versus 100, and he had people in there like Kenny Frederick, Ben Mason, Justin Bolin, and a few others. But that is just another story. But Card Sharks, I wound up playing. I did pretty well, and I faced some people. Like I played against Gary Putnam, I think, JVB, I think Justin. I pretty much played everybody, even Rodney on Matthew V's side in card charts, and Matthew as well. I don't know if I faced Aubrey. I don't really think I have, but I pretty much have almost faced everybody. hmm Even when I can name like a bunch that I faced. Gary for one, Alex Putnam, JVD, Rodney on Matthew's side, Matthew on Rodney's side. Unless I may have faced Aubrey before, I don't really know. I mean, I don't think I have. I don't think I faced Jay York. I don't think I faced him. I have faced Robin Moore. I have faced her mother Jennifer once on Rodney's side back from last year, 2014, the month of September or August. I think it was August. I'm not sure exactly. That was a funny moment for me and a memorable one too. Yeah, but it was fun. It was good to play against her. She's a very nice lady. Tim McClellan, who wound up like breaking one of the records on card charts, like for the biggest win on there. That has been broken, however, by Justin Bowling, with the most you can win is $144,000 in the money cards, and Justin ran the table, and he won it all. Yeah, but Tim McClellan is a great player, and he's a good friend as well. He's from Texas. He's one of the recent new people that I've met. Another one is Rondane Holler, another guy who is, I've known for a while, I think I've known since 2000, late 2012 maybe, or 2013, something like that. But he's from New York as well, and he's a very nice guy too. And I've done like games on my side, like I did. I think I did like some Wheel of Fortune showdowns as well on one of my other channels, and I also did like the Deal or No Deal DVD game when I had Brandon DeJesus as a contestant. He wound up winning $750,000 and did really well, but I wound up deleting that when I closed my channel down. Then I decided to start fresh. And there you go. But, and all my friends, that have been there, that have been there and hung and hang out with me, and I hang out with them, and I thank each and every one of them, because you guys are my friends, and you're also like brothers to me as well, even though some of you, I may not get along with sometimes, like Ben Mason, but Ben is a good friend, I will admit, because I've known him for a while, and I think he is a nice guy. I mean, I really can't say anything bad about him. Alex Panter, another one who kind of got on my nerves a little bit when we played Card Sharks and stuff. But I had to let everything go because I found out Alex Panter has cerebral palsy, which is not good, My friend Eric Eric Hall, has that as well. And, Eric's a really good friend of mine, and he's from Essex, from the Maryland area. So I had to let everything go about Alex Panter. But one person I will mention, I don't care if they comment on this and say about me for mentioning his name, but I'm just going to say because I don't care and I can do whatever I want on my channel. And his name is Kyle Hershen, or KMH4021. Somebody who I've known since 2012. He was a good friend, to hang out with before, but things just pretty much went way downhill later in the years, like 2014. When, 2013, actually, when we just started playing games like Pressure Luck and stuff, and he'd be chanting, going, whammy, whammy, because he wants you to hit a whammy and lose because he's kind of a greedy person. But that's the way he was. I mean, it was funny in the beginning when he kept saying, whammy, whammy. And I would be, saying I was playing one game on Matthew V's side. It was me against Kyle, against, I think it was Leaf, I think. No, I think it was Rodney. It was me, Rodney, and Kyle. We're always like competitive and stuff. So I wound up hitting a space, which was the $10,000 space, which pretty much skyrocketed my lead by about like $9,000 or so. I don't remember the total exactly. So Kyle was just beside himself going, oh, and chanting, whammy, whammy. So I had to speak up, well, in a funny way, and to say, will you shut the fuck up? But I was just being funny, but I really was. But honestly, I was getting a little bit frustrated because of him saying that. So I had one spin left, and I had a lead of a lot. I could have passed it if I won, but instead I decided to take it. And Kyle goes again, whammy, whammy. So I say, will you shut the fuck up and stop? And I stopped at a computer, luckily. And like I said again, it was funny in the beginning and stuff, but now it's just pretty much got annoying. And not only that, Kyle became a little bit of well, more than that, became an idiot, a jerk, a loser, a sore loser. I'm not going to say what Rodney calls him because that's very offensive and it's a slang term for a woman, and I don't want to really say it. But like I said, he just became a jerk and somebody that just really down our nerves. And he wound up calling Rodney, well, not supposedly, he wound up calling Rodney the N-word on Facebook, which I did not see, but I believe Rodney because I could see somebody doing something like that. But he, again, I'd never seen that before, but I can just see somebody doing that. But Kyle just doing that was absolutely stupid of him to do that, for one, because Rodney is 36 and Kyle's not even 20, and like Rodney says that he's old enough to be his son. Well, that was just very stupid of him, and Rodney wound up doing a rant video on him as well, or a red card video, but he wound up deleting the video because Kyle's dad and supposedly mother commented on it and told him to remove it or they'll take him to court and all that, which Rodney should not have done, in my opinion, because for one, they don't have a right to do that because it's Rodney's video, and Rodney could have at least blocked them on YouTube. He could have blocked Kyle's father and his dad and his father, son, and mother. He could have at least done that, but Rodney somehow did not, but I think he did now. But in my opinion, he still should not have deleted that because in my opinion, it was just wrong of him because Rodney was speaking the truth and he was just saying, what needed to be done. It kind of makes me want to do one as well, but rant videos are getting a little bit old now, in my opinion, but the only thing we just do, I think is the right thing to do is just to block them and just report them, and that's it. Rant videos are pretty much not necessary anymore, or message videos. Only like if they're necessary, in my opinion. But, with these trolls and stuff that have been going around, like Troy Dillon, well, that's one of them for sure. I mean, I've done a rant video on him already, but I don't plan to do any more because I've already said what I've said, and someone commented on it, which was his mother, supposedly, and said he's a good son and all that, which I 100% do not agree with because, he keeps telling us, jump off a bridge and all this crap, and I pretty much said, I blocked him and just told him to get off of YouTube. You don't belong on here. You don't belong ranting on people and telling them what to do, telling them to jump off bridges. YouTube is a place to communicate with people and watch videos and all this stuff. And you've been bothering us, for a while and stuff, and we're tired of it. Another one as well, he's not really a troll, but he wound up getting in trouble with this little thing that happened. But we're pretty much over this, and I did a rant video on this, and I got a lot of likes for this, probably 26 maybe, or 23. About 4 or 5 dislikes maybe, but I don't care. I mean, it was a rant video on Patrick Butler, somebody's name I don't really want to mention, but he said something on Aubrey's videos which I was not a part of, and Gary wanted to bring me on. Supposedly there was a little thing that happened that had Aubrey on it, Robin Moore, Lee Descends, Gary, Patrick Butler, and a few others or whatever. So supposedly Patrick Butler said something offensive, and with Robin on the call, who is not 18, who is under the age of 18, well, she is great to hang out with. I did some gameplays and she joined as well, which I really thank her as well for doing because I always did that, entertain her and stuff, like when I played Toy Story and also did movie night like Toy Story and Toy Story 2. But there you go. But just somehow Patrick said something that was offensive and they wound up kicking him off the call, and we did a rant video on this. I mean, it's still up to this day. But Rodney has decided to unblock him, and give him just, let it go and stuff. But I'm just just leaving it as it is. I'm not saying anymore because, like I said, I don't really plan to do rant videos that much, just because, in my opinion, they're not necessary. Sometimes only if they are, but the only way is just to block them. That's all I say. But other friends as well, that I mentioned that I have not mentioned, I'm sorry, that I met, like Cameron Henry, or MC Chap, he calls himself. A pretty funny guy and stuff, who's from Arkansas. Many others as well. We have, let's check this on my phone here. Let's see here. I know there's many more, but I'm really just trying to think a little bit, as I've got a lot in my contacts as well on Skype, like Alex Paras, or Paris, who does, or Larry 4009, who does stuff on his side, like Lucky Numbers and Mega Spin. He's a good guy and stuff. He's funny too. I hang out with him sometimes, and we sometimes make fun of Brian Washington, who's another guy on YouTube, which I don't really keep in contact with that much with anymore. I know this video is going a little bit on, but I'm just giving my opinions, because I really want to keep this name on here. I don't want to like keep changing a lot, but this is a name on here that I want to just just stay. I don't want it to like get suspended or anything, but we'll see. Anyway, so of course, Alex Hool, a friend I've known since 2012 maybe. Matthew V, 26888, Jay York, Alex Panther as well, Ben Spenden, Mikey Batten, all of them, that have been there and stuff. Tim Zuna, Daniel Monahan as well, even Connor Mayrose, another person I've recently met and stuff. Music Gal 20, or Leah Burnett, even though she doesn't like to be called that, but that is her name and stuff, and she's pretty much that name to me. I mean, Music Gal's alright, or this fake name that she wants to be known as. I don't know why she doesn't want to use a real name, but I don't think who else. I don't really have Skype up right now, but I'm just going through it, just seeing, like, just focusing on this video here. But anyway, all of them, that have been there for me and stuff, and I hang out with them, and even when I went through some rough times and stuff, and I thank each and every one of you as well. And I hope that this channel stays up and stuff, and I don't get like a copyright claim or anything like that. But if it does happen, I'll just try and deal with it, But that'll pretty much, I think this will wrap it up. This has been going on a while. There you go. So once again, my new name is Steve K1027, playing, saying, and showing what I want, because this is how we do it. Yep. So that'll do it for this. So I hope you all enjoyed this video. And I hope to do a lot of videos on here that I hope to do, like my Family Feud, Wheel of Fortune, Jeopardy things, maybe more showdowns and stuff. Even though I've done some random videos as well. They haven't really been going that well. Maybe some unboxing videos and more collection videos as well. So that'll do it for this. So thank you all for watching. Enjoy. Like, comment, subscribe, please. It's not a bad thing. It's a good thing. And I will see you all with more videos. Take care.